Alright, everyone, Country here this morning. I'm out on a little road trip today, and I'm going to show you a little stuff from my road trip today. Where I'm at here is a little WMA, a little wildlife management area. I don't even know what it's called. I've seen the sign, but I can't remember what it's called. But in here, they got this little bridge here, and you go over here, and they got springs where you can get water. Just like what I do when I'm getting my spring water at Kisatchie. And then across from it over there, see there's a big old high fence around that. That's kind of it's one of those, one of the places where they raise the deer at and all and turn them loose. And the deer season is still open over here in this WMA late in the year like this. It's still open. I've been seeing a few bow hunters and I've heard some gunshots. I didn't know the gun season was open, but evidently it is. So, if you look, man, look, there's a big old hill, man. There's some nice hills in here. Maybe I'll get to show you some more exciting stuff. And then there's some stuff that was a little exciting on my way over, but it was a little difficult to video at that time. Big magnolia tree. Big old trees in here. I love these hills. So I'll be showing you some more. Yep, there went a gunshot. Yeah, they're still hunting in here with guns. Well, this part of the state here is Franklin Parish. Now they have hills and they have swamps and they have a lot of wildlife management areas, and there's a lot of WMAs over this way, but mainly this is farm country. You see a lot of farming, a lot of big fields. Farm country everywhere. And there's a lot of deer over here too. It's good for hunting. Yeah, this is all kind of big farm country, and I don't know, it's kind of no different than like a lot of the farm country you see up, like, you know, Illinois and Nebraska and all, and, you know, like Mississippi River bottom. I mean, that's where we're at here, Mississippi River bottom. Buzzards out there after something. You know, places like this is where the game is at. There's deer, squirrels, rabbits. I mean, there's everything around here. Like I said, there's a lot of WMAs over here in National Wildlife Refuges. I got to get back over here and hunt some. I hadn't been over in this part of the state in years, and need to get back over here. I forgot what all I was missing. There's a big field, and then right along the road here is a little runway, I guess you could see. That's where the crop dusters will land. He got a barn back there with a big crop duster in it. And I like these big fields, you know. I mean, this is some deer hunting country in here. Little towns, like these little towns all over America, you know, and I think this little town is called Gilbert, but you know, I love these small towns. You know, people that live here, they love the small towns. But you see, there's a lot of these businesses.
In 1/4 mile, turn right onto Gill Street.
A lot of these little towns, stores have gone out of business. You know, you gotta have health insurance for your employees, and you gotta pay them $50 an hour, and
turn right
taxes
now.
And insurance, and you name it. It's everything they had to do.
Proceed on Gilbert Street.
It's everything in the world. GPS is talking to me and telling me to go places I don't want to go. But these little towns, I don't know, it's like it's all over America. They just been destroyed. Business has been destroyed. I like the little towns, you know, people who live here, they'll tell you they like their small town. And there's just nothing here anymore, you know. All the mom and pop businesses are all gone. Everything's shut down. And I like these little towns. It's a little town called Wisner. Big granary here. It's gonna be another one of these little small towns, man. Like, there's business there shut down. School. There's a Napa Auto Parts. Some kind of repair shop. And here was what once was Main Street. And a lot of these buildings they're all empty. Some of them they're all gutted out. It's just an outer wall. Little towns are gone. The small towns in America are gone. Looks like a nice, quiet little town too. Coming through an area now called Catahoula, and it's one of those national wildlife refuges here. And around the edges of it is still farm country. A lot of bayous in here, a lot of swamp. Even though they call it the Mississippi River Valley, which it is, but this is all part of what was called the Chapeleye Basin by the Choctaw. Because all this would flood way back then. This is before they built levees and everything. Look at them fields out there with that green grass. That's February grass, we call it, that comes up. And pretty soon here it'll be dying. It'll be dying about April. They'll till it back into their fields, and that helps fertilize and helps build a little heat, help warm the soil up, and they'll be ready to plant again. But the deer love that stuff. The deer will be all over out there eating that. This is a old Oxbow Lake right there. And there's some more expensive homes over there. This little area that you're looking at right here, it used to be a park. Whenever I was a kid, it was a little park. People used to camp in there and everything, and I don't know if you still can or not, but it looks like they're fixing to do a bunch of work on it, so they may still let people do that. More big farm country in here. What we're going to be coming up here that I'm going to show you is this whole area in here. There's diversion canals and levees, and they just try to control all the water to allow nature to do what it's supposed to do. If you look back there behind that field, there's a levee. There's a diversion canal back there. And really, this farm country is supposed to flood. This is good fertile land, and it's supposed to flood. The water floods it, deposits nutrients all in the soil that it needs, so it's supposed to be done that way. Still be good for farming, just in times of big floods. You couldn't, but so you got some cows on some of that in there. Wintering the cows in them old fields. I don't know, they seem to mess everything up, mess nature all up. farms and fields. Over here. Over there. All the game, they love this stuff. Some of this, so we're not allowed to hunt. It's falls in that wildlife refuge, so won't let us hunt it, but very little. It's highly restricted. Fields over here have been prepped. This whole highway through here has been built up. The highway itself is kind of a levee. And we'll cross some diversion canals up here in a little bit. See the road, you can see it, how it acts like a levee. There is some nice pretty swamps in here, man. There's a lot of game in here in this area. Don't get to hunt it much. I see squirrel nest and all in these trees. There's game in here everywhere. Alright, we're coming up on a diversion canal here. And what I tell you about it is to the right is a spillway like in the lock where they can open it and let water come out of the Mississippi, come down through here. That's just kind of some backwater right there. Maybe an old oxbow lake or just a swamp. Haven't really got to the diversion canal yet. It's coming up. Another little levee there. It's just around this bridge, and there's like, I guess maybe they figured out that water could come around and flood that out, so they had to put a little levee in there. Coming up, I am coming up on the diversion canal. It's just a little further away than I thought it was. Another little levee around the bridges here. Okay, I might be at the canal now. Like I was saying, to the right is the back over here, yeah. Right, just the big spillway. Yeah, there's the canal. Didn't show you the spillway. I'm in traffic. I couldn't slow down, but anyway, back over to the right was the spillway. You could see it from the road, but sometimes this is all full of water. Like I said, they'll drain that water out of the Mississippi and drain it down through this way, and trying to control the water, trying to control Mother Nature.